Have you ever spent a night tossing and turning around in bed, waking up the next day, probably tired and out of sorts? It's probably because you're not getting enough sleep at night, which causes sleep deprivation, the situation and condition suffering from a lack of sleep. Today, we're going to talk about what causes sleep deprivation, how it is affecting your schoolwork, and how sleep deprivation can be prevented. Many of you don't realize that you, in fact, are suffering from this illness with signs like excessive sleepiness, yawning in the daytime, fatigue, are signs that you could be suffering. Sleep deprivation is common among college students. So why is that? We made a survey and received 100 plus responses from Indiana State and a few other colleges in Indiana. In our surveys, with the help of SurveyMonkey, we are able to find out that most students get approximately 4 to 6 hours of sleep at night on average. In all reality, you're supposed to be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Most students also said that they seem to be getting less sleep now that they are in college. Maybe this is because the amount of work is more, or they have to spend more time making sure that the work is at its full potential before they turn it in. We asked the surveyors if they feel like their academic performances are being hindered due to the lack of sleep, and the responses were yes, a little bit, or just simply yes. This means that college students aren't getting enough sleep every night and are not getting enough work done in class, or going to class for that matter. Then we asked what keeps them up at night. Surprisingly, most of the answers were cell phone, or they're watching Netflix and Hulu. Students tend to stay up at night either on social media or watching a movie that they like. I think they found a way to cut down the amount of time they spend doing those things, watching Netflix and Hulu. If they stop doing that, it could better benefit them in class. According to Gutierrez, sleep deprivation among college students can be related to a number of school-related factors. The factor causing the most anxiety causing sleep deprivation has to do with academic heavy workloads, as college students' competitiveness push them to lose sleep. The amount of sleep that college students obtain is largely determined by the increasing academic workload and employment requirements needed to increase family income, increase independence, improve self-confidence, and develop interpersonal skills. All of these play a vital role in average college students' lives. The problem usually being during teen years in high school due to falling asleep in class. The lack of sleep may cause problems with the immune system or motor skills. However, with the responsibilities of school, family, and social life, few students are getting the required amount of sleep. College life may not help them sleep. It may contribute to it. With the pressures of school, social life, and sometimes family, some students must maintain a job to help pay for college expenses. In addition, if they have family, they also need to provide for their family. Due to these pressures, there are potentially an increase in stress, which may lead to insomnia and other sleep loss. Recent sleep research findings have indicated that college students who get less sleep are more psychologically maladjusted, have lower grade point averages, and are more anxious and less creative, more neurotic, and prone to hallucinate. Importantly, previous research has also indicated that college students who get less sleep tend to worry more. College students have common potential stressors to worry about. Significant common stressors include relationship problems and losses, academic demands, and financial issues. Sleep deprivation can also be from staying up late on weekdays, having fun out late, but responsibility comes. Sleep deprivation is terrible, but it can be easily prevented. Cutting off phones, Hulu, and Netflix is just one of the simplest ways to do it. Doing all your homework at a reasonable time and not waiting till it's late. Basically, the prevention of sleep deprivation is self-discipline. Getting enough sleep at night is crucial. Cutting off all cell phones and any way you can contact anybody late at night should be diminished. and do your homework on time.